Hi, I'm Mel, and this is Thomas, and we are the Bookish Nerds. We're going to be talking about our latest reads, which he has gotten me into fantasy, which I never thought it would be my cup of tea, but here we are. Hi, Thomas.
Hey Mel,
How's it going?
going good. I'm so glad you're reading fantasy though. Gives us something to talk about.
Well, hey, you could try my genre and try murder mystery, like the whole like gore and everything.
I don't even watch those type of movies, so I couldn't imagine reading those actual books. You gotta remember,
Oh, sometimes it's the worst, like to be reading it and not reading fast enough, and you're in that suspense moment, and you're like, just read faster.
I mean, think about it. Like right now, you're reading Throne of Glass, and Throne of Glass is like there's moments in that book. I'm like, this is not going fast enough. Like there's moments I need to speed up so I know what the hell's going on. So I don't know.
So, like when it's like that kind of books, it's kind of hard if you have like a monster or something going on because you feel like the monster's about to pop out of the page, but it's not like your eyes are not reading fast enough, or you're like, oh my gosh, I have to repeat the last paragraph, but the monster's right there. You kind of want to skip it to get to that point.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't know. I could try it though, but it can't be something like creepy. It got to be something like it can't be
Uh,
like some it can't be like it. Like I can't even watch the movie It.
what?
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite ones.
I can't watch it. Like that's how like I mean I have watched it right, but it was because
Mhm.
my ex girlfriend like really tempted me to watch the movie.
Oh my God.
That's the only reason.
No, see, when it comes down to movies, I prefer gore and like splatter, like think Dexter. But when it comes down to
Never seen it.
suspense and thriller, I'm like, no, I want to hide behind the couch while like whatever it is that's gonna pop out is gonna pop out.
I never seen Dexter.
No,
Nope, never
you're
seen it.
breaking my heart. That is rough. Why?
Nope. And I most definitely never will.
Oh no.
It's my best friend's movie though, or a TV show, and I think it's my mom's too. I think it's her favorite TV show too.
Well, it's kind of like a superhero, but not really a superhero, but he is doing a favor to society.
Is he? Is he?
Yeah.
I mean, ain't he
Yeah, no
actually
way.
like going around killing people?
Yeah, but bad people.
I guess. What's the phrase?
It's
Two
two
wrongs make a
negatives
right.
becoming, yeah.
Two wrongs make a right.
Yep. Okay, think about it this way. He might kill 50 people, but there's only one of him, and it's still staying with the bad people.
That works. I guess. Yeah, I've never seen it though. I ain't they coming out with a new
I
spinoff?
don't know.
I
I
thought
don't
I
know.
thought
I
I
haven't
read
kept
that.
up with it.
I thought I read that.
Okay. Don't bring my hopes up before we know.
I don't know. I got my hopes up the other day that I read that they're coming out with a spinoff of Lucifer, and I was like, what?
What?
Then I found out that it was completely fake, and I was very upset.
Oh, you just gave me hopes and made them crash.
I was so upset. I was like, yo, I need a spinoff of Lucifer. And
But hey,
like a spinoff with like Mazikeen. Like I think that'd be absolutely dope.
yes, I would love that. She was one of my favorites.
My sister named my niece Mazikeen.
Oh, that
That's
is
like
so
that's my
awesome.
niece's name. Then her
I'm a
nickname is
little bit jealous.
Maz. Yeah, then her nickname is Maz. So
Oh my gosh.
and
Yeah.
my dad found out why she got the name Mazikeen, And my dad's like, really, you named your daughter after a demon? Like,
Hey,
really?
hey.
I'm like, I think
Okay.
the badass though. Like, she's not just like a demon. She's like the demon. You know what I mean? She's like,
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, she turns out to be a sweetheart. Come on.
yeah. I
Like,
mean,
you
she's
need to
dope as
watch the
fuck.
show to like know everything.
My dad would never watch that shit. Never.
Oh my gosh.
Lucifer's
No, but oh my
fucked up.
gosh. I am thankful you showed me that series, the Throne of Glass series, because I never thought I would be entertained by anything fantasy. It's always been like too much, like it is a lot of world building, but it's balanced compared to other fantasies that I have tried to dip my fingers into or my toes into.
Alright, so, cause you read Fourth Ring,
Yes,
so did you
but that
like
was
the world
more
building?
character.
Did you like the world building in Fourth Ring more than the? I say like the first Throne of Glass book. Yeah, it's literally named Throne of Glass, right? Yeah, that one has almost all the world building in it. So did you think like the world building is too much, or do you think they're both like kind of equal? Because I see people compare them a lot, especially on TikTok.
Well, on Fourth Wing, I think it was more character development. Like, yes, there was world building, but it was more like character, getting to know your main character for me and how they grow throughout the story. Now, when it came down to Throne of Glass, there was a lot of world building, but it was really well balanced between like what was going with the main character and the world around her and the descriptions around her. It was like, how can I say it? It was not just well balanced, but well written. Like it felt like it was part of the story and her own personal growth to have to see this world that we're being submerged into.
Yeah, see, I agree with you. Like, but a lot of people I notice don't see it that way. Like, a lot of people complain about the world building in Throne of Glass. Like, they say it's like too much, it's like so overwhelming. I did not. I personally don't think so. I like how they both did it. Like, I think they
Yes.
both do like a really great balance for definitely like first book to first book. They do um a great balance of
Translation.
character building, what's going on, and world building at the same time. Like Throne of Glass, Fourth Wings world building is more like in the details of like the classrooms that they're in. Like, hey, this is what's going on
Yes.
out here, but it's like really like small. Then like when they travel outside with the dragons and stuff, then they go, hey, this is what's going on in this area. Where in Throne of Glass is like, hey, everything this motherfucker's about to go down, and be ready. Like over here, over here. So it's definitely two unique styles from first book to first book, for sure.
Oh yeah, with the Throne of Glass series, I know that if they start describing this scene too much, like for example, the one book that where they're describing a swamp, I'm like, oh, I know something's coming up. Something's coming up. Just finish describing this thing so I can know what's gonna happen.
Oh, in Empire Storm,
Yes.
the
I
Wastelands,
I
yeah.
can't believe I have read so many books already, to be honest with you.
She's read 5 books in a week and a half. I mean, dead ass
It's called No
serious.
Sleep.
Yeah, we we just did 5 books in like a week and a half straight. She just finished Empire Storms.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, this team No Sleep.
Oh,
Like there
facts.
is no way around it. I feel like if I could read in my sleep by putting the book under my pillow, I would totally be doing that instead of dreaming.
So the first time that I read the series, right? When I got to
Hmm.
the end of each series, like I was like listen to it at work, right? So when I got home, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna put it down, wait the next day. Then like I'd be listening on my way home. I'm like, shit, I'm almost at the end. Then like the end of the books are like the most suspenseful in the whole series.
Yes.
And it's like, no, I can't put this down. Like 3 hours, I guess. No sleep tonight. About to finish these 3 hours easily. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
telling
right there
you,
with you
I
on that.
had so many days. I had so many days that I had to do a monster type of night because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to sleep. I need to finish this.
Facts. That 100%. Like you just, I don't know how people don't like this series because there's people that say it's boring. I don't feel that way at all.
Okay.
I know like
When
some
I
people
tried to
don't
start
like.
at,
Go ahead.
sorry. So when I tried to start at Court of Roses, I could not get into it. I don't know if it's like the victim mentality of like the whole family situation when I started on there that I was just like meh. But now that I'm starting at Throne of Glass is amazing to start from there and I can try to tolerate Courts of Roses.
So the thing with Courts and Roses is, especially book one. Yeah, because book one is Court of Roses. It the first, I almost say the first 12 chapters are slow, but after like the halfway point, it's when like it really turns around and like speeds up, and like you start getting the more serious effect going on in what's going on around Farah and around Tamlin and stuff, and around the family. Like about that halfway point, because like I think the first half is like really like a lot of world building and a lot of character building to kind of explain why the decisions happen for the rest of the book and in book two.
Gotcha. We'll see. I got to like maybe chapter 3 or 4 and I was like, yeah, I think I'm good.
That's where a lot of people are like, yeah, I can understand Code of Roses. People are like, yeah, this book, because if you need like someone like really fast paced, Code of Roses is the beginning of it is not for you. But you
Yeah.
need it though, because you
But
gotta understand what they're going through to understand like why these decisions happen later and throughout really the whole series. Like the first half of this book sets up the whole series.
all right, after the Throne of Glass, I'll consider it.
Then
Oh,
it's a complete opposite for Crescent City, the other series. Crescent City
what do
is
you mean?
like Crescent City is like a good mixture between Court of Roses and Throne of Glass. Especially like the first book, like it's a good mixture in world building, character building, and like kind of like fast paced.
Got it. Okay. Well,
So
we're gonna go Throne of Glass to Court of Roses and then Crescent City, right? So we
yeah,
can read the one that's coming up.
yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to for sure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
But if you remember,
I
like a
just
few
don't know.
weeks ago, like I was kind of like talking to you after I like reread it, and I think
Hmm.
now, like what I was trying to say to you then, I think after like you catch up, you kind of like realize like where my mind is at, when I was talking about that. So we're gonna have to come back
Got
like
it.
in a few weeks and see like if you get what I'm saying or what I was saying, I
Yes,
should say.
definitely.
Um,
I still can't believe I have read that in like a week and a half
yeah,
though. Like
no,
it's team
it's
no sleep.
yo for sure. I was like, yo, you got 8 books to read in like 2 weeks. Get it done. She's like, bet. Um, you did start Tower of Dawn, right?
Yes.
How far are you in Tower of Dawn?
Let me see. Right now they're trying to heal Kale. Kale? Um,
Kale, yo.
and they just found that he has like an entity in his spine and like it's fighting the healer. That's where I'm at.
So you're a few chapters in.
Yeah, just a few chapters in.
Yo,
I knocked out so bad yesterday. Like, I think I slept 16 hours. I'm like, I think it finally caught up to me. Like, no monster was gonna keep me awake.
Did so you kind of already figured out the healer then, right? I remember you texted me saying that you kind of like figured
Yes.
out who like who the healer got a connection with.
Yeah, I was like, no. All I'm telling you is this 5 books that I have read have put me through an emotional roller coaster and I'm exhausted. I was like, I'm crying, I'm happy, I'm crying, I'm angry. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I was like, how dare you?
I mean, even for myself, like I've listened 3 times. Yeah, I read the books 3 times. This would be the third time,
Oh my
and
gosh.
like I still, it's my favorite series. Out of all Sarah J. Maas's books, and
Mm-hmm.
it's actually my favorite series altogether. Like I just truly love this series. What? Who's your favorite character so far?
You know, as Rowan.
Rowan.
It's Rowan. Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
I thought when you started, I thought it'd be Milan. I thought Milan would end up being your favorite character, and I still think that. I still think by the end, I think she'd be your favorite character.
so I love that she's like a badass, but also like she has her gentle heart. Like I do love it, but I don't know what it is about Rowan. Just oh my gosh. It's like
I
he's like fair, like the fair person that he's like gonna give you the tough love if you need to. You know what I mean?
yeah. I still think by the end of it, I still think Milan will be your number one.
Yeah, probably. I mean, what she just pulled at the end of book 5 of just staying quiet and let her now friend go through, I was like, dang, I could never. How can she do that? But at the same time, I knew she was protecting the world, but I was like, why? I know she can like fight. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a whole thing. I was in my feelings.
yeah. I think we all were, especially at the yeah, especially that scene. It was such a tough, so tough.
Oh my gosh, but the one that my heart broke for was Lysandra at the end. That she just had to pretend that everything was okay. And I was like, no. But oh my gosh, that scene just made me cry. I was
That
crying
scene,
at 3 in the morning. I was like, ah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I couldn't imagine writing that scene. Like, I feel like that'd be so difficult trying to put myself in that position. Like, yo, yeah, I'm about to make this character seem like she is like so emotionally attached right now. Like, I don't know if I could, if I would be able to.
Oh my gosh. And the efforts and then the efforts that she just put in, calling all the favors and everything. And finally you like payback. You know, like finally everything is like getting together. And she has left.
And
I was like, no,
right
like
after Alien,
I was bawling.
and right after eight. What the hell is the cousin's name? This little boy,
Aiden,
Aiden, was sending her questioning her, yelling at her and stuff. I'm like, yo, even now, like that shit
I
still irritates me.
know.
Then when he's talking to Lysandra, I'm like, yo, uh,
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hated him. I hated him at that point. Like I was like, how dare you be
yeah,
like that?
I think there's a battle between the
Like
most
I
hated
get it,
character.
but
I think there's a battle between which I'm surprised because like I see it a lot like on TikTok, like on Book Talk. People will like say the most
mhm,
hated character is either Eden or
mhm.
Kale. They're both like in between like the two like most hated characters, and I'm really surprised um Lurkin's not in there. I'm like, damn, man, people really do fuck with Lurkin. Like,
Okay, I'm sorry. Lurkin is that hard. Like this is how I see it. The hard biker dude that's a softie. That's how I see it. So I can't hate him completely.
Yeah, see, I agree with you on that. I think I think you're right. But like I thought there'd be more people out there. Is like, man, Lookin's kind of a dick. Like, no, like Lookin is definitely people fuck with Lookin.
So far, I'm hating Maeve. I'm hating her so bad.
Who?
Like, I understand she is Maeve, the one that captured
Oh,
the main character. Yeah.
okay.
So far, I hate her so much. And the fact that she made the blood oath to mean little to nothing but a commandment, I was like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my
she's
gosh. And the plot that she did about, oh my gosh. Can I
oh
just,
with
oh my
Rowan and
gosh.
then with his first wife.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. I was like, how dare you? Like, oh, I wanted to fight her. I wanted to fight
yeah.
her.
No, that shit. I was like, yo, we're both married, so as someone that's married, I'm like, man, the fact that you did that to somebody, to
No,
try to
yeah, I
control
can't
something
even
that's not even
imagine.
born yet. Aelin wasn't even born yet. And she's like, nah, I'm gonna
Oh,
fuck him up 200, 300
I
years
know.
before she's even born.
I know.
That shit
I
is
was like,
wild to
why?
me.
And how do you know? Why would you mess up that big? Like what helped you plan that? Like that's too much.
I believe it gets said in Tower Dawn. How she knew. It's either Tower Dawn or the last book.
No, yeah, but oh my gosh, I was like, I hate her so much. Like I
Yeah.
can't.
Then especially because like I mean let's be honest like Rowan, Lurkin, they're not bad. Um,
They were just following commandments
Gabriel,
at that point.
Gabriel, like I mean I could not imagine having Gabriel work under me and treat that dude like shit. Like that's wild to me.
Yeah, that that
Cause
was rough.
Gabriel like literally seems like he's like the like that old uncle that's just sitting there like, yo, what's up, man? Hey, man, you tripping right now, man. I don't know, dude. I think you might be out of pocket. You just sit
I
back.
feel like
Okay,
he
let me
was
go take care of
the
you. Let me go take care of your problem real quick. Let me go kill this motherfucker for you. Like I don't know,
no,
Gabriel
see, he
just
just I don't think there's enough on him for me to make like an actual like judgment yet. But the fact that he went out of his way to try to make a relationship with his unknown child to himself was kind of something else.
yeah. I mean,
And he's just like
he
staying
legitly did
away, but
not
I'm
know.
like, hey, I'm there. Like, hey, I'm here. He's
Yeah,
just like, I see him in a corner of a room, just like, hey, I'm here. Yeah, it's me.
yeah. He's just that he's just that low chill guy that's just like, yo, I'm not gonna push this, and I'm not going to not push this. I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna be here. Then when something pops off, let me come in and rescue your punk ass.
Sorry, my dog just dropped a dog food.
That was okay.
Um, but yeah, oh my gosh. It just seems like he will go to, you know, to hell and back
Mm-hmm.
for his now known son. But it just felt so awkward between them and the typical rage of like, you're my father and you left my mother type of thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Aiden is kind of like really hard headed when it comes to that. He definitely does
Yeah.
not understand that he did not know, and his mom kept it a secret for a reason because of Maeve.
I mean, I think that both parents are at fault, to be honest with you. I don't, but I also see that only Gabriel is there to be, criticized on.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think of the witch mirror when it went into the witch mirror inside Empire
Oh
State?
my gosh, I was crying. Like the whole like memories and here you go, this is why this is happening. Like the explanation. Ah, Just that. Just oh my gosh. It just kept breaking my heart one time after another after another. I'm like, just put me out. Like just just do it. Just finish crushing my heart.
Yo, I told you. I said the last 10 chapters. I told you last 10 chapters would be a roller coaster. I ain't try to give
No,
you
you don't
like a good
understand.
heads
I
up.
grabbed like three cookies as I was reading it because I'm like, let me not cry. I'm like, uh.
Only 3 cookies.
Hey, that's all that was left out of that box, okay? That's all
Yeah, I
that was
might grab
left.
some Oreos after this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Do I have cookies? You know what? I can make cookies. I'm a baker.
I
I
can't. I
can
can't bake.
I can make
I
cookies.
could cook. I can't bake though. That's why I can't wait for Tobacco to be here. She could bake. I can't.
I can't wait for you to have her there with you.
Facts. Okay, so out of the 5 books, which one's your favorite so far?
Don't do that to me. How am I supposed to choose?
I could choose. Empire Stone's my favorite. Out
You
of the
know what?
first 5 books.
I kind of want to say it wasn't the most action part that I really like. I want to say it was the book three,
Queen of Shadows.
right? Yes,
When she's
because
training
she kind of
Rowan.
became herself. Yes. So both because of the romance, but also because she's becoming the badass self that she is meant to be.
Yes. And the scene with her and Maeve at the like near the end,
Mm-hmm.
when she like rats the
Yes.
whole thing in fire, that scene is just so badass. And that scene's
But
just
yeah,
so
more than
good.
the romance is like finally her being empowering to being herself. That was what
Yes.
got to me. Don't get me wrong. The next one is all the action, like all the wars going on, all the battles and everything, which is pretty amazing. But I feel like we wouldn't have gotten there if she wouldn't have finally be like, okay, this is me, I have to do this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Queen of Shadows is definitely that journey of a let me I need to fully break down because like they said when uh her friend died, she's gonna be completely
Oh my gosh,
broken.
yes.
She's gonna be completely broken, and she had to do all this to back and find herself and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, it's the unfortunate push that she needed.
yep. Um, so my favorite
That broke
character
my
is
heart.
Selena. Selena is my favorite character.
Yes.
There is definitely a reason why, and you will find out once we're done reading it.
Oh my gosh. Don't
Because
do that
because
to
you
me.
won't understand. Because you
I
won't
already am
understand.
like sleep deprived. I'm already sleep deprived.
Because it's like you can't explain it until like the full journey's done. Then I can actually like explain it, and it'd be more understandable by the end of why she's my
Got
favorite
it.
character. Um,
So is that you telling me I have to finish this within the week?
I mean, technically we have to because you gotta think about it. Iron Flame comes out the 8th, right?
What?
No, Iron Flame comes out the
Wait,
13th of
wait, what
November.
day is it? I'm a night shifter. I don't know what day it is. I don't know half the what half the world is doing. What do you mean? The 8th? Oh my
Right?
gosh.
When does Iron Flame come
It's
out?
right up there. I'm not sure. It was somewhere in November.
Yo, you know what sucks though? So, since I
Hmm.
got that promotion, right? I won't be able to listen to
Hmm.
books as often as I do at work.
What?
Yo, I almost when I realized that, I almost turned down the promotion. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, don't do that.
I literally,
Not in this
I was
not in
thinking
this
about it.
economy.
I was thinking about it, right? I was like, yo,
No,
I
not
might
in
have
this
turned this
economy.
down because I need to listen to Iron Flame when that shit comes out.
See, these are the problems about us bookish nerds. Anything for a book.
Yeah, like I don't think they understand.
Maybe you should start listening how fast I listen.
Yeah, I can't. Yo, she listens on 1.7 on Audible. If
It's
you
how
do
my
that,
brain works.
you're a weirdo like she is. Because that's
Oh wow. I'll take that with pride, okay? I'm a weirdo with
yo,
pride, okay?
it gives me such a headache. I tried. I listened for like 5 seconds, got a headache.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see when Iron Flame comes out real quick. I think I might though. Oh, it comes out the 7th.
I can't.
Yeah, release
You
date
know
November
how sleep
7th.
deprived I am.
So right after I get my, so right after I start my new job. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, but hey, tell me more about that. What did you get promoted to? Like,
I got
what you
promoted
gonna do?
to So right now, like I'm a senior tech, so I got promoted to team lead. So I'd be like a leader of I believe 37 people. I
Oh
think.
wow.
Yeah. So make sure just I mean, that's basically it. So I'm not gonna be cleaning. So right now I clean like hostels and stuff, but like now
Yeah.
I won't be cleaning as much unless people call in. But I'd be more like helping them make sure like they're doing their jobs, make sure everything's stocked, make sure orders are fulfilled, work orders, um, dealing with the managers at the departments and stuff. So yeah, I might have to do all that fun stuff.
All right, just don't turn into that manager that you're just keeping an eye out for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, that's
It's like,
definitely not gonna be
ooh,
me at all.
it's them.
But yeah, I didn't realize like how many different supervisors there are like in one building. So each
Hmm.
building, right? We have like different floors and like different areas and stuff like that. Like this building has, I think, what did somebody say? 2,000 doctors.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's not all the nurses. And like each like section has like different supervisors they have to deal with, different head nurses, different doctors you have to deal with, and they all could put in work orders, they all could put in complaints and stuff. I'm like, all this for actually $2? Y'all
Oh
might
my
need to
gosh.
increase this price like another $3 $4 at least minimum.
Okay, so you're telling they should raise wages so we can buy more books
That's what I'm saying.
because
Yep.
that's the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying for sure. Because whew,
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you want me to do more work? Get me more books.
yeah, they don't have to do something because yeah, cause I seen
And
like some of the work orders that these people put in. Like it's ridiculous. Like there's a work order, like there's like work orders that are for like every day. They like
mhm.
I think she said there's 25 to 50 work orders.
Holy moly.
I'm like, yo, these people can't fucking do their jobs. Like seriously, get out of here.
All I
Um,
know is if I get a wage increase is more yarn for me,
more
more
yarn.
fabric for me so I can, yeah, and my books. That's literally what I work for. Any overtime is for that.
Yo, any overtime is for the kids right now for sure,
Yeah.
and books.
Yup. It's
But
all about the book.
so we both were looking forward to Iron Flame.
Iron Flame. Yeah,
So
definitely.
we got
I
2 weeks. Literally, yeah, from today we got about 2 weeks. A week and
oh
two
my
days.
gosh.
We got 16 days till Iron Flame comes out.
I can't finish the whole series in 2 weeks. I mean, I can do Throne of Glass, but I don't know about the Court of Roses and the
No, there's no
the
way.
Crescent City. I'm like,
Well,
I'm crazy, but not that crazy.
yeah, there's no way. Cause how many books are in through Code of Roses?
I want to say five.
Yeah, I think there's five. Yup. And they're not long. I think the longest one in there is 28 hours on
Hmm.
normal speed. And for you, 14
It
hours.
might be like 14.
Yeah, so for
Yeah.
you it's like 14 hours. And one of the books,
Yeah.
I think book 4 is more like a novelette.
Oh, okay, so it's a really teeny tiny one.
Yeah, it's not very long. I believe it's like only like 9 hours on Audible. I think
Gotcha.
I could be wrong. And but it's actually really important. There's actually like a lot of stuff in there that you need for like the next book, for book 5.
Got it.
And I believe that is everybody's favorite book, especially for the romance side and like spicy side of it. I think that's definitely the most spicy book out of Throne of Glass series and Crescent and not Crescent City. Um, Code of Rose series. Akata.
Got it. No, see, right now I'm trying to sit down with an actual physical book, not my Kindle, not Audible, but like an actual physical book. And I can't choose if I want to go my usual route of my usual genres, or should I go spicy, or should I go like, I just need recommendations to get myself back into the physical books.
I
Because
mean,
right now it's Kindle and Audible.
probably should definitely do something more that's what you used to listening to, since you got about 17 fantasy books ahead of you, roughly.
I just feel like I need like not a break per se, but I need like something that chops off the fantasy in a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, I can understand that. See, because that's all I listen to is fantasy or read is fantasy. Well, that's not true because I don't know. Have you read the Blood? What's it called?
So who?
Legacy Born. The Legacy Born
Oh,
series.
I have not.
I think it's
I
fantasy,
watched that.
but wait, what?
Yeah, the wait, are we talking about the detective that is Legacy Born, like one that goes into like the whole amnesia and trying to figure out who he is?
No, 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 no. Nope.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh,
Woo!
it's called
Over my
Legend
head.
Born. Sorry, not Legacy Born. Legend Born.
Okay, I was like, wait, isn't that a movie or like a TV show or something?
No, no, no. So
Okay.
Legend Born. I think there's 2 books, and I think the third book comes out in December or January. It's about a girl that is her mother is also like a Legend Born, and no, sorry, her mother is not a Legend Born. Her mother has like powers, but she gets murdered and gets
Oh.
um basically to protect her daughter. Well, her daughter still goes off and goes to college and stuff. Like, I believe she's like a genius, and she's like 17. But her mom was trying to prevent her from going to the school because like she realized that if she goes to the school way, it's only like unlock like her gifts and everything, and that's what happens. And she ends up joining like what they call like Legendborns, and they're like work under like the round table for like the King Arthur and stuff like that.
Oh, I definitely have not read that at all.
Yeah, it's kind of. I I don't want to explain too much. 'Cause I don't want to give like too many spoilers and stuff. And I realize I have a hard time doing that.
I think we just gave away like up to I don't know, book five
Yeah, but that's
of
different
the
though. We
Throne
can
of
put
Glass.
spoilers in there because that's something that we both
Yeah, we're
read.
behind.
Yeah.
We're behind.
Um. But yeah, no, it's actually a really good book. It's not. It's a fantasy young adult for sure.
Okay.
And there's some twists and turns in it. I really like. It's a really unique story that has to do with King Arthur and like the whole round table, all the knights and stuff. It's
Oh,
definitely
that's nice.
a really cool like reimagination
Gotcha.
reimagining of those stories, and also in not book 1 but in book 2 they really dive into because she's African American, so it
Mm-hmm.
really dives into like her roots and her like different like abilities of like kind of like what um with like the slaves and everything had to do with like this other group back in the day. Yeah, it's like a really cool, unique take, and also like really cool like history lesson on it. I really enjoyed it.
I love that.
Yeah, I definitely
Okay.
recommend reading it for anybody who's into kind of like a young adult fantasy, but it's more. It's definitely in our realm, so it's not like high fantasy.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know.
No
I think
elves,
like
no dragons.
yeah, like Throne of Glass is high fantasy, Fourth Ring's high fantasy, and this is just basic fantasy.
Gotcha.
I would call it.
I think some people will take offense on the basic fantasy, but it's more reality based, I
Yeah,
would
it's more
say.
reality based fantasy. So, um,
See, right now, I'm thinking of diving into Shadow and Bone. Like,
I
I know
watched
they made
it.
the TV show.
The TV show is so
I
good.
haven't watched it because I got the books and they're in my TBR, so I'm like, before the other one comes out, I should actually read it.
Oh, is there another book coming out?
There's season 2
Season
coming
two already
out,
came out,
like on the oh, well, there goes my time and
and I think they already
my time
confirmed
reality.
season three. I think season three is already confirmed. It better be, because let me tell you,
Oh no.
Netflix cancels it. I will be so mad. It's Shadow
For
and
me,
Bone,
it's
right?
Wednesday. Yeah.
There is no way they're canceling Wednesday. Which I'm kind of disappointed that season two wasn't ready for Halloween this year.
I know. I was so looking forward to like Halloween. Like that's normally what they do, when it's
I
spooky
one hundred
season and
percent
everything.
I 100% thought that we're going to get a secret Wednesday drop for Halloween.
Yes. I mean, we still have 2 days or three, right?
Yeah. Oh, Shadow and Bone, the TV series has not been renewed yet.
What? All right, we're reading it. That's it. We're reading. I kind of watched
As of
the
four
TV
days
shows.
ago, Netflix has not confirmed if they're renewing Shadow and Bone, and they better because how that ended. I swear to God, Netflix, if you listen to this, I will fight every one of you, all of
See,
you.
this is why I haven't watched it because if there's no announcement of renewal or anything, I can binge watch that in like 2 to 3 days, if not one day. And if there's no renewal, I'm like, nope, I'm lost in life.
Well, that's what I don't get, especially with like Netflix, right? It's like
Yeah.
they do this all the time. Like they end something on a cliffhanger, right? Then go, oh, we canceled it. Like what?
You go fight Netflix. I'll go fight Hulu. Hulu sometimes just does like a one season and then they call it a slice of life, but they leave it on cliffhanger just in case they want to do a second season. So that's my personal.
there's a show. It's called shit. I can't remember. It's based in Florida, and it's a detective show, right? There's like 7 seasons of this show. No, 5 seasons of this show, right? And
Mm-hmm.
how it ends, like this show is like really old, so you probably haven't watched it yet. I can't remember what it is, but how it ends, right? The guy finally gets married to the woman of his dreams, right? He's getting ready to go to the
Mm-hmm.
wedding. He's putting everything ready because he bought a house, which men do never buy a house without your woman knowing that you bought a house. Don't ever secretly buy a house for you and your wife. Talk about this shit
Yeah.
first. But anyways, he secretly bought a house. Okay, he had the key, all this shit, and he went back. Then he's on his way to his wedding. He gets shot.
No.
That's how they end the. That's how they end the season.
No.
That's how they end it. I was so mad. Me, I was so
I
mad.
haven't even watched it and I'm mad.
I was so fucking mad. And what's crazy is, right, my best friend showed me this show, and he's like, I'm like, yo, when's the next season coming out? He's like, it's canceled. I'm like, I will whoop your ass. Like, get
How
out of my
dare you
house
do this
right
to
now.
me?
I'm like, get out of my goddamn house. Like, how did you know it was canceled and you still had me watch four? What I think there's 4 or 5 seasons. Yeah, I'm like, that's so crazy. I'm like, that is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Uh-uh. I can't. You know, like those are not friends at that point. Like, how dare you do that to me?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
do you even have something like to read afterwards to kind of give yourself closure?
No.
Oh
No.
my god.
And what's crazy is the lead actor was asked, right, if he could say who shot him. He's like, yeah, even after 5 years, I still can't say it.
Why?
I'm like,
Is it a
dude,
contract thing?
yeah, it's a contract thing.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, so you know who shot you? Like, you gotta tell
And you are
us.
not talking about
You
it?
need to tell us who
Like,
shot you. Like, now. Like,
give us the
I'm still
rest of
mad
the
about. I'm still
information.
mad about it, and it's been years. Yeah, I think it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
I think I watched it back in 2015. So yeah, close to 7 years.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long grudge to hold.
For a TV series.
Yeah.
On top of that, um, I think next is. So we were talking. We want Iron Flame. What are you looking forward to in Iron Flame? Like, what's something that you want to see in this or read in this book?
Honestly, fight scenes. And
More.
them kind of protecting each other. Yes. Like I want to okay, I want to see them confront the person that has lied to them forever, that the enemy was the phoenixes. Phoenixes?
Griffins.
I don't know. The
Griffins.
phoenix. Yeah. Oh, griffins. Why am I thinking phoenix? Oh no.
No, shoot.
And and then I want them to like be like, hey, they've been lying to us this whole time. They're actually our friends. And the fact that her brother was alive. Oh my god. I can't. I was like, you really are gonna leave me in this scene right now. Like right.
So okay, I got a question. Did
Uh-huh.
you? What point did you know that he's still alive?
I want to say when they were saying that they had cursed that one person that tried to bring them back alive, that's when I was like, why would they punish them? Like I was like, wait, like I started forming my little conspiracy theories.
So I knew that he
I
was
was
still
like, why
alive.
is that a
Like
taboo?
I had feelings right throughout like the whole book because like they kept bringing him up and stuff, and I kind of like had like a feeling, but like I wasn't for sure, right? But at the end, when they're like when they couldn't heal her, right?
Yeah.
And he said we gotta take her to him, and he's like, "Are you sure that that's a good idea?" And he's like, "We don't got a choice. We gotta take her to him." I instantly knew because like throughout the whole book they like literally hinted at him being like the best healer, and I was like, no, the brother's alive, and I was like, shit.
So to me, I did have my, suspicions, my conspiracies and everything, but once it did happen, I was like, no.
Yeah,
Like why?
I did not want them to end it like that. I did not. I would have them ended it. For me, I wish they ended with her on like just like still sick, paralyzed and stuff, and just saying we gotta take her to him. I wish that's how it ended. Then opened with the brothers.
Yes, because now that I know that he's alive and they're about to
Mm-hmm.
talk, I'm here like, like why end it there? Like I was like in the middle of something else.
I rather it ended because I feel like you end it with definitely the with her paralyzed and the saying, "Hey, we're going to take her to him." End it. Then you could start it with taking with the brother and stuff like that, with who waking up and stuff.
But I mean, I kind of understand why they did it that way at the same time because if they're like, we gotta take her to him, it could have ended right there, and you could have been like, she's gone, she's a goner, you know what I mean? And the fact that she gave us like a little crumb just to keep going, I get it,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
Did you? Is there anything about 4-3 you didn't like?
Oh
Or
my
like
gosh, what's his name?
criticisms?
Um, I thought it was really fast paced, which like allowed some descriptions to probably like fall through. But because it's so well written, I could not notice the loopholes or whatever could have fallen through because it was just fast paced and like always action, always the next hurdle. So it was kind of like, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep reading this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I already know he don't like though. Who were opposed friend. What the hell is that guy's name?
I don't remember his name, but because I hate
That's
him
because
so
it
much,
should
that
not be
keeps.
remembered. I hate that dude so much. Like I
I
know that
just hate how he kept shutting her down. Like,
they
no.
tried so hard to make the guy that she's falling for. Shit, I can't remember his name either. Wow, I should really listen to this book before Iron Flame comes out.
Just because like characters.
Yeah. Xavier. I know she tried really hard making so you don't like Xavier, but no, like I liked Xavier from the moment like he was there. I don't know what it was about him. I'm like, yo, Xavier's just a
I
badass.
love the nickname Violence.
Yeah, violence. Some people don't like it. Some people thought that shit was corny. I liked it, me personally.
I was like, meh, let's go.
Yeah.
It just shows, who
So
she
the
truly
one,
is from the beginning,
yeah,
even though she did not believe it.
yeah, for sure. The one thing I didn't like, and I didn't hear like too many people say this, but for me, I thought it was really predictable who was going to die in the book.
As in, like, the characters while they're going through the hurdles?
Yeah, like the first characters she meets, right? Like when the book first opens, like when the book first starts,
Oh,
right? They're
gotcha.
walking
Yeah,
through,
yeah.
and like instant that dude died. I literally said to myself, I'm like, watch, this guy's about to die. Like they became friends way too quick. He's about to die. Then the guy at the very end that was like a bodyguard halfway through the book, I'm like, he's dead. Like, there's no
Oh my
way.
gosh.
Like, and for me, it ruined the impact of like the death scene. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I did not predict it, I'll be honest
you
with you,
didn't?
only because I did not. Only because I was hopeful that they would turn into like the enemies, even though they were friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like the conspiracy enemies. But
Mm-hmm.
when they died, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I went the wrong way.
Yeah. No. I
Like it wasn't like a prediction of death. It was like a prediction of like, that's your actual enemy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Like no. I predicted it definitely. I'm like, yo, I don't know why this is about to die, and it really ruined the effect of the death for me. Cause that's supposed to
Oh,
be like a hard one, you know what I mean? That one is supposed to like make you feel like differently. It's supposed to be like that hard death that she faced. Yeah, it didn't do that for me at all.
no. See, what really surprised me was her way to get through the hurdle of having to be a hand-on-hand combat. That she just started poisoning half the teams. That was hilarious to me. I was
Yeah,
like, "Yep,
it
that's the way to go for it."
it was, and I'm happy like Xavier called her out on it at the same time,
Yeah,
because it's like okay, somebody with enough brains in here would be like, yo, she's just poisoning these dudes, these girls, like that's what's happening.
like she's not that strong. But I
Like
mean, it does show brains on her,
no, it
so
definitely
I get it.
does, but I was like, yo, is no teacher going to realize like all these people have been poisoned this whole time?
You know what? For the record, even in high school and middle school, most teachers don't even get involved.
I mean, that's true. That's I yeah.
I hate to say it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Um, I want to see if the sister figures out about the brother. I want to see if she tells her.
Oh my gosh, the other sister, yes.
Yes. And I want to.
But can she even go back though? Like with the
I
people,
mean, they have to,
what's
right?
his name? The one that reads the memories and stuff. Oh my God. I need to remember like this name.
I just call him the Dick because I hate him. I literally changed his name through the book.
Oh my God.
Like as soon as he betrayed, I knew as soon as something like when he said, gave her that hug goodbye and stuff, I knew he betrayed them. I just
Oh my gosh.
knew it.
Can I just say that was really uncalled for? Like that was like, oh, it's all about the ranks. I don't care about anything else. I was so mad.
Oh yeah, like I,
I know. But also, there's the whole other second story to the main story is the ones that if they're too powerful or they have a too useful of a gift, they're killing them off if they're too powerful. Do
instantly.
you remember that?
Yep, instantly. I think that's gonna play a bigger
I'm like,
factor.
yeah, I'm here like, okay, what factor is that
Mm-hmm.
gonna come up later?
Yeah. Um, and I want to see more of the Griffins. I want to see how they interact more, and if they actually like start teaming up against they're Wyverns, right? I can't.
Oh my
I
gosh, I
believe
need
they're
to reread
Wyverns.
that. Weren't they like a toxic mage or something like that?
No,
I
they
can't
like
remember.
those guys are like the mages, but like they drive Wyverns or they ride
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Wyverns.
yeah. Yes.
So yeah. Um,
I'm just like I enjoyed it completely. It didn't feel like an easy read to me. Like I could have finished it in one sitting if I didn't pace myself.
I mean, what's the Audible? The Audible is 42 hours, I believe.
What?
Or am I wrong on that? I
Okay,
could be wrong.
maybe I read it too fast.
I might be
I
wrong
I
about
actually had
that.
the physical book for that one.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh shit! No, 14
Yeah.
was only 20 hours. My bad. I was way off.
I was like, what? I'm like, it
Um,
didn't feel that long.
no, it was only 20 hours. Yeah, yeah, that's right. 'Cause I finished it in like two days at work, 2 or 3 days, like halfway through the week. But I mean, I start to finish, I just went way through that shit.
Oh, my allergies are killing me today, but hey, here we go.
Since it is Halloween, we wanted to also tell a few ghost stories that we have experienced to end the show.
Yeah. So one of the latest uh paranormal experiences that I've had is that I work in the healthcare field. Obviously, we do not allow animals. And we had a cat that kept coming in and then going to different patients' rooms and just hang out with them. And I think the cat ended up hanging out with like five people. And I'm telling you, not even 3 days after, like, not even 3 days after, like, one after another of those patients started having complications. And we were like, what is going on? And for some reason, we made the little connection of like the cat was here. And we don't know whose cat it is. We don't know where it's coming from. he just appeared out of nowhere. And I don't know if it's because closer to Halloween, there's creepy things happening, but oh my gosh. Like, we have had to send out 5 clients, and it's just crazy to me that it was exactly where that cat was. And we're like, we don't like cats no more.
That's
Oh my
that's
gosh.
wild.
I can't.
Was the cat black?
Honestly, it
Well,
was
the room
dark
is dark,
brown.
right?
Yeah, like when we monitor, it's kind of like a baby monitor type of deal that is black and white.
Mm-hmm.
But we had seen like a dark brown cat hanging around. Like it wasn't black, it was just dark brown. Like it was not what you expect. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a black cat. So I was like, it was so weird. And it was like the cutest cat. Like it was fluffy and everything. Like the one that you would expect in a, I don't know, a cat food commercial or something.
Oh, that's crazy. So we both
Yeah.
we both work in healthcare. So obviously, she's the newest thing, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm an LPN to be specific.
And I just clean. That's my job. I just I just clean the medical
Hey,
facilities.
you know what? You know what? I need you guys. Okay? I could not do my job without you guys. So please don't say that.
Well,
You keep me
some
working.
people, some of us, we just like clean like offices and stuff. Then like I clean like the cancer facilities, and that is very very important. Nobody should ever shit on that because those
Yeah.
cancer facilities, there's even like a speck of dust. They cannot go in there get their chemo, can't go in there get the blood work and stuff like that. So no, for that aspect, yes, it is very definitely very important. But the offices, nobody cares. Not a single person cares about the damn offices.
Hey, that's why I grab a Lysol wipe whenever I have to touch a keyboard, okay?
Yeah,
Like that. That's where I know I'm gonna get sick if I don't do that.
yeah, definitely. I always recommend it. Not a single person. I wipe down the keyboards, but I know most people don't. They don't. They don't do it. Um. So at one of our buildings, right? It's
Hmm.
3 stories, and like there's like a family medicine section. Me and one of my colleagues, we were cleaning it. So all the lights are automatic. So we go to one side of the section. There's like 18 exam rooms, right? Then the other side
Yeah.
there's like another 15. Then there's a break room, 2 bathrooms. There's no exit. There's no way to get out on that side. We were by the exit, right? And there's like cubicles and
Mm.
stuff. So we're sitting there talking, and the one half where there's no exit, all the lights turn off, all of them
Oh no.
just turn off, and we both like look at each other like, what what the hell's about to happen? And I'm like, Bob, we should just leave. And he's like, no, let's go look. I'm like, nah, absolutely not. You go look. And he takes like a few.
Like I've seen this
Yeah,
movie.
I've
No,
seen
thank
this
you.
before. You go look. And he takes a few steps, right? And there's a massive bang and a scream, like a woman screaming.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, all the lights turn back on. We ran out, and the supervisor is there, right? His name's Clyde. And we go down the stairs. We go out to like the urgent care. So we're now at the front of the building, right? So me, Alejandro, Clyde stand next to each other. There's 2 sets of doors. Nobody
Oh
else is in the
god.
building besides us. And so there's a set of doors right next to us. Then there's another set to enter the exam rooms for the urgent care.
Hmm.
And we're sitting talking. We're telling what's just happened, right? Then the urgent care door opens. We're like, we just stop. We all three look at it. We're like, what in the hell's this? And he's like, everybody's gone,
Oh
right?
my
I'm like, yeah,
god.
everybody's gone. He's like, and Clyde's like, yo, go check it out. I'm like, nah. I'm like, Alejandro, you go check it out. And I'm like, no, Clyde, you're the supervisor. You go check out. He's like, well, I am black. You know this. You're married to a black woman. We
Oh my god.
we do not go look at spooky shit. He's like,
Now,
deuces. His exact words were deuces, and he left us. He left the building. I'm like, we can't even leave yet because we're not done. And I'm like, and what are we going to do? He's like, well, we got to go check.
I,
I'm like, absolutely not. I left his ass there too.
I'm like, nope. I'm part of the minority. Bye.
I left. I'm like, mm. That was
Is Latinos against spooky shit?
yeah. We only do spooky shit if it's us doing the spooky shit.
Right? Exactly. Or if we were voluntarily going into a cemetery, then we welcome it. But besides that, no thank
Exactly.
you.
We look. If it ain't some spooky shit we created, we're not about it. Okay, we're not. Do you got another one for recently? I got one more for recently.
I have one more. Our cameras, our monitors are acting out. Um, Not even 2 days ago. My friend and one checked out this patient, and we already knew, like, we knew that people are gonna be there and everything. We seen her do what she had to do and everything. Then she came over to talk to us, right? And we were just chilling and everything, and then we just see her, even though she was right next to me. We see her go in there and do the care all over again. And we were like, the heck? Like, we're not going back to check. Like, we're like, can you just check from the doorway? Like we actually went in pairs to go check like what was going on because our cameras acted out. Like we were like, oh my god. Like we were literally holding hands, okay? Like we never hold hands, but we were like, yeah, it's 3 in the morning. We're gonna hold hands. We don't care. We should announce that we're coming too, just in case. But yeah, we were literally just talking and like giving each other like kind of updates, and the camera was showing her doing her job that was done like maybe 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And we just went pale and we got quiet and we're like, oh fudge. Like, should we go? Should we not go? Like, we should go because we're responsible, but like, ah, we just wanted
I wouldn't
we're
have
like,
went.
can we clock out already? Like, it's
I
not
would have
7, but
left.
can we go? I was like, we can't. We were like, do we have even an IV pole to take with us? Like,
Nope. I would have
it was
left.
something else. We were like, oh ma'am, you okay? Ma'am, you awake? It was rough. Okay, like every alarm in my brain was going off as we were getting closer and closer, and you know how you feel like you're colored grain? That's how it felt. Everything was Gucci, but we don't know what caused that camera to replay 30 minutes back
Yeah,
into what
that's
was.
weird. That should never
And then
happen.
it came back to live, and I'm like, no, no.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
that's super creepy. That's weird. So like I have my rosary I wear, and I also have nun necklace, right?
mm-hmm,
So I was in a building. It's basically like a daycare. It's called CDC. It's a Children's Developmental Center,
mm-hmm.
and this is the second most haunted building that we have. Every time I go
Oh,
to this
heck no.
building, I have some weird shit just happen. And so me and this other woman, I can't remember her damn name. I don't like her. We're in there, right? And she was asking me, she's like, "Hey, you ever have anything weird happen?" I'm like, "Yeah, hear doors close and lights turn off, and sometimes you hear like the toys turn on or like toys getting thrown and stuff like that." I'm like, nothing too
Mm-hmm.
bad. And like literally like 5 minutes after the conversation, I'm like listening to. Actually, I was listening to Fourth Wing at the time, and I started feeling burning on my chest. I'm like, why is it pointing? So right down the middle of my necklace, all the way down to the Virgin Mary, there was three scratches, all the way
Oh
down,
heck no.
all the way down, right above the Virgin Mary. And I should have took pictures of it, but I was like kind of freaking out, so I didn't. So I
That's
go up to
not the
the,
normal response.
I go up to the woman, and I'm like, yo, do you see these scratch marks? And she's like, no, this is the stupidest shit. She's like, oh, you probably just scratched yourself. I'm like,
Are you
yeah, I
kidding me?
scratched myself perfectly all the way down to my necklace. And she's like, well, I mean, that's what I'm going to tell myself. I'm like, okay. So I hurry up. I get done, right? I just speed through everything.
Denial.
Speed through everything. And I go, she's in the break room. And the break room's on the other side of the building. And she stands up. She stands up, so now we're in the hallway talking, right? And she's like,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't want to be here by myself. As she said it, there was a bang. There's a bang, bang. There's three bangs. And there was a massive growling sound at the other end of the building. I looked at
Nope.
her and I said, I'm out. And she's like, you just don't leave me? I have two kids. I said, I have three. I said, I win. Deuces. I left.
You don't do that.
I left. I left her so fast. She called my supervisor. And my supervisor's like, calls me. He's like, Thomas, did you just leave her? I'm like, yeah. He's like, shit, I would do the same thing. I'm like, I clocked out everything, dude. I'm gone. I'm already home. That's how quickly I left. He's like, did you say that you don't leave her to die? I'm like, yeah. Is she dead? He's like,
She'll survive. She'll just age a
he's
couple
like, I'm not for
years, you
sure
know?
yet, but she's not happy with you. I'm like, that's not my problem. I literally said, she said I had two. I said I have three. Deuces. I left her so quick. I was
Playing Uno
gone.
over there. Reverse card.
I did
Oh my
reverse,
god.
laid that shit. I said I won and I left. I haven't talked to her
Oh my
since. I've not seen her since. I have not talked to her since.
god.
Mm-mm.
I would have quit right then and there. Like, if I wasn't holding hands with my coworker at that point, I would be like, mm-mm,
No, I would
mm-mm.
have. No.
We don't check on people until the sun comes out. That's what I would have said if I didn't have like somebody with me. Like literally, we did our rounds together for the rest of the night because we were like, nope.
Well, that's why they asked me if I wanted to become a team lead for the old folks home. I said, there's
Oh,
no
gotcha.
way in hell I would do that.
Oh no, you don't understand.
I'm like, there's no way.
Sometimes they're just sitting in the middle of the room. Like literally, sometimes they just sit and stay in the dark. I don't know what they do. They're just sitting in the middle. Like I'm just like, nope, I'm not
There's no
going.
way. I couldn't do it.
I'm just like, no, I can't. I'm calling my friend like, hey, I'll buy you coffee if you just come in with me.
I could not imagine being the person that has to clean because when you clean the old folks' homes, right? You have to. They're in the
Hmm.
room. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine like somebody just be sitting there, just in the middle, just staring at a wall, and I'll be sitting there cleaning around them. Then my luck, he's gonna creep. He's gonna whisper something. I'm coming for you, and I'll be like,
Oh
"What did you
heck
just say?
no.
What did you just say, old man?" Then he'd be like this. He'd be like, "I'm coming for you, motherfucker." He'd be like,
Oh my god. No.
"No, I couldn't do it. Like I could not. I could not mentally handle that."
Okay, when I was still a CNA and I didn't know any better, I just went in and sometimes we have to check on them, so I have to turn on the light. He was just sitting in the middle of the room and just looked at me in silence. I was like, oh my god, I literally
Nope.
ran out.
Nope.
I literally ran out. I was like, no.
I will fight an old man. I will
and then
fight.
and then once I came back, with a friend of mine at that point. a friend. He was smiling like, "Oh, hi, why did you leave?" And I'm like, "Nah, you can't do me like that."
I would fight him. I would have lost my job. I would have lost my license. I would have fought him instantly.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure, my fight or flight just kicked in. I felt so bad, but it was like my first year in nursing. So I want to say it was forgivable. I mean, the
No,
worst thing that I did was leave the room with the light on.
absolutely not.
But yeah, it was rough. It was a rough first year
Oh,
for
you know
sure.
what? That reminds me of a when I was 18, 19. I think I was 19.
Uh-uh.
So, do you sleep in rooms with mirrors? Here's a question for everybody that listens to this. Do you sleep in a room with a mirror?
Nope, I close everything that has a mirror. It's like inside of a closet or anything, but nothing mirror-wise ever faces me.
Okay, me
Nope.
me too. So to Becca, she wants a mirror in her room.
No.
She doesn't because she has mirrors in her room now, right? But she doesn't
Why?
understand my fear of mirrors, and there's an actual reason why I have a fear of mirrors. So everybody that reads this that makes it to this point, comment if you sleep with a mirror in your room or not. We do not,
Never.
apparently. Like
Is
it has to be
it a
closed.
Latin thing? Is it a
It
Latin
might
thing?
be.
I wonder if it is.
It might be because my mom don't either. Because I asked my mom about it. She don't either. So there might be.
No, like even in my bathroom, there's two mirrors, but I made sure that when we went in there, they weren't facing each other. They're kind of like in a cross pattern, so they
Mm-hmm.
don't face each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even the one that's in my closet is just when I open the closet, like I cannot have a mirror in the bedroom. Mm-mm.
Right. You can't sleep with one. So when I was I was 19. I was in New Jersey, right?
Mhm.
And I went to go see this girl that I was dating. Oh, was I dating? No, I really wasn't dating her. But anyways, I went to go see this girl, right? In her room. Now she kind of warned me ahead of time. She's like, "Hey, my house is kind of haunted." Who woods would? My house is kind of haunted. I said, "What do you mean, kinda?" She said, once in a while you hear some noises. I'm like, "Cool, I could do that. I live in a haunted house my whole life. That's
Nah,
nothing,
I'm
right?"
good.
Yeah, that's nothing. And so we're sleeping, right? I'm in bed. I don't sleep. So when somebody else sleeps, I just lay there, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm laying there, and I turn over, I'm looking at the mirror. There's
No.
a fucking
Bad.
face in the mirror. Clear as day.
Lord.
There was a dude looking at me. Clear as
Oh,
day.
hell.
And I'm
Hell
like
no.
looking at him, looking at me. I'm like,
And just
there's
froze.
no way. I was just thinking to myself, this got to be, like, she got to messing with me, right? And I get up, turn the light on. She wakes up to the light. And I'm looking at the mirror. There's nothing inside the mirror. I look at her.
Nope.
I'm like, Ashley. Wait, was that her name? Yeah, her name was Ashley. I'm like, Ashley, is this house haunted by a dude? He's like, yeah. I think she said his name was Frank. No, not Frank. It was something else. It started with an F. He's like, yeah, he killed his kids and his wife in the house. He's like, and
No.
as she said it, you can hear footsteps going down the hallway in the shadows. You can see them.
Mm-mm. I'm out.
I'm like,
Goodbye. Never gonna hear from me again.
you didn't tell me that beforehand. I literally left. I got at a hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning. I never been to New Jersey before. I went to a drug
Okay, you know
hotel.
what?
I almost died. I was so mad. I was like, yo. I'm like, how you don't have me come to the house and not tell me this dude killed his whole family inside the house? Then this dude looking at me like he's about to
No.
possess me because he was so mad that I was inside this house.
Nope.
I was so mad.
No, see. I don't mess with that. I'm telling you, I make sure to always like see where things are. Like what freaks me out the most is the people that have the mirrors on the closet and it's like a full like closet
Oh,
that just kind of slides back and
those
forth.
are so creepy.
No, I can't.
Like I think at that
Like,
point you are a Satanist. If you have that, you're a Satanist.
I like, being a goth myself and having skulls and things like that everywhere around, incense, and I mean, you name it, I probably have it. But I don't mess with mirrors. That is the one rule that I do not mess with. Same as windows at night. No, just no. Oh, but you have you noticed that most of our stories, it always happens at 3 a.m.
Yes.
It is always at 3 a.m. I don't know what it is, but
Three. Usually when this shit happens, it's usually about midnight, 3 a.m. ish, about that time. Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay, but I got one more that I want to tell. Then we can end this
Oh my
show.
gosh.
And my very first one. So my grandpa, he's very into supernatural stuff. Or he was very into supernatural stuff. And where we lived, right,
Yeah, aren't they
was
spooky shit?
where we lived. It was a big Indian community back in the day, massive Indian community.
No.
So my
Oh,
grandpa lived out in the
this
middle
is
of
kind of good.
no. My grandpa lived out in the middle of nowhere. And so it's me, my brother. I'm not to tell my siblings' names, but it's me, my brothers, my cousin, and we had like this little fire, right? We have this little fire,
Hmm.
and it's time for us to go inside. My grandpa's like, "Hey, you guys want to see something?" And naturally, we're all like, "Yeah, right." I'm, I think I was like 10 at the time, so my cousin's 10, and my brothers are like a little bit younger. Like, yeah, absolutely want to see something. Grandpa puts out a fire, so we all go inside, and my grandpa puts on a movie, and I can't remember what movie it was. So we're all just sitting there, nobody moves. I go to the kitchen, go
Hmm.
get something to drink. I look out the window, the fire is going again, and it's like 5, 6 feet in the air, perfect, like a teepee fire, perfect like teepee fire,
Holy moly.
and you can see the shadows dancing around the fire, and you can hear them chanting, and you can see what looks like wolves, like around them. My
No,
so
see,
we
that's
go
why I'm like, nope, I'm out.
so we go I go outside, we all go outside, right? And you can hear them. My brother, my brothers and my cousin run back inside, bawling, just crying so hard. And my grandpa's like,
I would too.
my grandpa's like, it's okay, it's okay. This spirits is, trying to still like live, Then about I can't remember. It was like maybe like 30 minutes, and then the fire just was gone. Just was out. It
Mm-mm.
was the coolest thing.
Nope.
It was so cool. But never nothing inside.
Okay.
But never nothing inside the house. Never was anything inside the house. It was just outside. Like there was like a few things I remember like outside the house, but it was always outside the house. That's something would happen.
No, see, that's when I'm like, okay, do I want to live in the middle of nowhere, like farm
No,
spooky, or do I want to live in the middle of the ghetto where I can get shot? Which one should I do?
I pick ghetto
Right?
because
I'm like, I prefer to get shot.
yeah,
Like, no.
I rather fuck it. I take a bullet. Shit, you're not gonna possess me. Like I grew up in haunted houses. Like I think every house I lived in besides this one has been haunted. Nah, this jinxed
No,
this
see, I
house.
can't.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to go clean this house. My
Ye,
mom's house haunted.
same.
Every house. One my mom's first house she ever bought. The basement had a demon in it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was a demon.
See, that's why I got a house without a basement, just to avoid the whole situation.
Mm-hmm. Like
I'm not gonna
we
have
could
a
not go in
basement.
the basement.
No.
Like could not go in the basement at all. Like you would just instant like smell like sulfur. and you would like smell
No.
like and like you just see like a like the basement was dark, right? But like it would just seem darker than dark. Like just so we locked it. Never went down there.
No, see, basements are just a no-go. Maybe during summer, but nope.
Nope.
That's one of my requirements from now on. Houses do not have to have a basement.
Nope. Um well up here you kinda need a basement, but yeah.
What was I gonna tell you? How's your own writing going? How's
It's
that going?
going good. I sent you something the other
It's good.
day.
I know. I know, and it is really good. And it explains things amazingly. But how's like the overall writing? Like, are we getting close to it? Or are we like getting close to editing? What are we doing?
Whoa. I'm only on chapter 20.
Oh gosh, how many chapters are there gonna be?
About 40.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
about halfway.
Not bad.
But like I've only like written maybe 1,500 words in like the
Gotcha.
last like 2 weeks. But I am doing the November thing. I came out with what
Gotcha.
it's called, like the 50,000 words in November. Me and a few
Oh,
other writers on TikTok are doing do it.
got it.
I can't remember what the
I'm just
website's
giving
called
a
though. I saved it.
I'm just giving a buffer for our audience because not everybody can go to sleep with spooky stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. I didn't think
Like,
about that.
you know, that's all
So
right.
this episode is a
I'm
little bit
just like,
longer than what all the other episodes are going to be, too, guys. Just so you guys know.
yeah. This is just an intro to like an overall life. Overall, just talking and everything. We'll figure out the structure eventually.
Yeah, and we're like 4 weeks late, so we're actually technically like doing like 2 episodes in one episode. So it's
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
No,
Trust.
but Emma asked me if she could edit. What kind of like editing it?
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she because I sent her
She
something
she's
and
really good.
I sent her something the other day. And she's like, "You want me to do this for you? I could do this for you. Like I have time." I'm like, I mean, it's up to you. I'm like, shit, with all
No,
family
yeah.
stuff going on, I'm like, yeah, I mean, want to. But did you read? So you read the magic part I sent you, right?
Yeah. I
Did you
haven't
read?
read the other part.
Oh, okay, you haven't read the other part yet.
No, not
That's
yet.
probably if there's anything I know for sure, I know that part's good. I
Gotcha.
might not know the other chapters are good, but I know that chapter is good.
Gotcha. See,
People would
for
be like,
me, in
people would be like,
my
man, I hate the first 40 chapters, but chapter 41, I fuck with that one.
see, for me, I'm currently editing for like a friend of ours, and it's a little bit of a challenge.
Should rephrase that
Only
for sure.
because,
What's the
yeah,
fun
to
of
rephrase a
yours?
couple things. Okay, one of my friends. It's a little bit of a challenge. Only because there's a lot of incomplete ideas, but I'm making sense to that. I just had to read it all first in order to be able to fill in the gap. So it's going. It's going.
Yeah.
And I
How
also
long
got
have you been
another.
editing it?
Honestly, I took a mental break um, because I didn't know how to approach it.
Yeah.
So I took a mental break and then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me change the strategy because obviously the first strategy was not working. And the fact that I was able to interact with my friend a little bit more, I started to understand what he was trying to portray. So this is the second try for it. I just think that there's a lot of information to consume, and as a person that is not that genre of a reader, it's hard.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Cause ain't it a fantasy?
Um,
Or was it
I would call
sci-fi?
it, yeah, it's a sci-fi, in the future. But what gets to me is, a lot of the information that's given is not something that I'm into when other people's are. So to me, that information should be simplified, but coming from where he is coming from, I completely understand why he's giving all that information.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. I just feel like I got you into reading fantasy because of selfish reasons. So that way you can read my book and
Oh,
so by the time my book comes out, you're completely into fantasy.
gotcha. So
Yeah.
no editing, I see. No editing. I got
So that way, like at that point, you just into fantasy at that point.
it. Gotcha. Well, I do have a fantasy that is 4 books by John. I'm gonna butcher this. What? Uh, yeah, I'm gonna butcher it. But it's the Malice collection, and
Okay.
it's mainly about like Vikings and stuff like that, and gods and all that stuff. So you might be into it as well.
I'll check it out. I'll see. Does I think once we get done. Oh, you know what else is coming out? And I think it's
What?
late November. Is the last book in the Blood and Ash series. Did you read
Blood and
that?
Ash series. I don't think I have.
So,
Who's the author?
you asked me some tough questions. Um,
There was a
do I
fantasy
remember?
by
Oh, it's
Chloe Pena.
Jennifer L. Ormond.
Yeah, no, I haven't read that one.
Um,
I read a fantasy that was by Chloe Pena that is really good, that I think you would enjoy too. I'll text it to you later and see if we can
yeah, text it to me.
read it together.
But yes, Blood and Ash series. It's like a spicy like romance and stuff, and it's set with like vampires and the gods and everything.
Oh,
It's definitely not for me. But I recently found out that there's actually 2 series that go into one series. So you're supposed to read another series as you read this series to fill in the gaps.
what?
And
Sounds like comics.
I despise that. Absolutely despise it. So
You know what? Sounds like
I'm not
Marvel
doing that.
and
Yeah, I'm not doing that because I don't like the series. Like the only reason I'm reading it is literally because I already read like the two. The first book was good. I liked the first book. Second book, I was like, okay. Then after that, like there was like those like spicy scenes that just didn't make sense to me, and I'm okay with spice, but they got to be meaningful and well placed. If it ain't meaningful and well placed, I'm not going to like it. I will just fast forward it. Be like, cool. It was unnecessary. Like there was like a scene, right? Like they're in the middle
Yeah.
of war. Like, I swear to God, there's people dying around them.
What?
There's people dying. They go under a carriage. They get it on. And like not like
That makes no
quick, right, not
sense.
like quickly either. Like it's like 5 to 6 pages. I'm like,
Oh
for
my
the
god.
love of God. And like in the middle, she's like, "Oh my God, a body just fell next to us." I'm like, "Yeah,
What?
cause there's a fucking
What?
war going on." I'm swearing way too much. I didn't mean to swear this much, so sorry, guys. I'm like, "Yeah, there's a war going on right now. What do you think is happening?" Then they get out and somehow save the day.
Somebody do something.
I was like,
Oh my gosh. That sounds horrendous.
Like there's
Like,
this
I'm
moment,
sorry, there's always like a place and time. Like,
right?
no,
Then like
it's
in
not
like
working.
I think it's the last book. Like there's a ritual, right?
Hmm.
And she has like a threesome kinda ish with the guy that she's married to and his best friend because they're all linked together. So she links her life to his best friend, and I'm like, yo, this don't make sense. Like, I'm sorry, like this does not make sense to me. So
I'll have to read it and come back for that.
yeah,
And I'll be like, what?
like yeah, go ahead, you put yourself to that. But like the actual like concept, right? Like with the vampire stuff and the other race, whatever the hell they are. I don't know what they are. Like that part of the story is like really cool. Like I really enjoy it.
Got it.
But it's the misplace of the spice and the misplace of some of the details that are used, especially like the last book. So like her dad, she finds out like her dad is somewhere, and she doesn't just go get him after like the story ends. Like she like leaves, and I'm like, what? Well, you just left. Like, what are we doing here? So I'm like,
Yeah, that doesn't sound
and
right.
I got right, and I got told like the book that's coming out in November is like the last book. It's done after this. And I'm like, I'm listening to this book, and I'm deleting the series off my phone.
Um, the one that I'm looking forward to is the continuation to Divine Rivals. It was a kind of like a sweet story, to be honest with you.
Divine Rivals.
It's kind
Okay.
of like frenemies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard it or if
Mm-mm.
you've read it yet.
Mm-mm.
It's cute. It's cutesy.
Okay.
Definitely not my usual read, but since I'm already trying new genres, might as well try
Yeah.
other things.
Then, like I said, I gotta see when Legacy Born comes out because um how book two ended, I'm like, yo, I need book
The third
three.
one.
I need this book in my life.
Yeah, my husband right now is just mad at whatchamacallit. I know what I'm trying to say. Game of Thrones author.
That book's never coming out.
Come on.
I'm just
I,
gonna be 100%
yeah.
honest.
He's
It's
like,
not
I
happening.
I need the next one, but he's just mad altogether, and I'm like, just stop. Like, it's not worth
It's
it.
not coming out. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's
like
not worth it to be
he's
angry.
86 or something like that. And by the way, he said it's not close to done.
Oh my god. Yeah,
So,
he's just like, he's not writing fast enough.
oh, damn, Legend Boy doesn't come out until 2024. Actually, I don't blame him.
Hey,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know
blame him
what?
because
We're only a few months away from 2024. It's
cause
crazy.
let's see, we don't end the year with fourth Iron Flame. Then we don't begin the year with Crescent City, um, House of Flame and Shadows.
I
Which have you seen that cover?
have not. I need to go and search it.
Hold on, let's get you live reaction. Crescent. Now I do got the Audible for this, and I bought the book too.
Oh no.
I'm like
I'm telling
I
you,
need the book.
we need bigger and nicer wages just for books. It's not gonna go for anything else but
Yeah, I just sent you.
books.
It's in the chat right now.
All right,
You see it?
perfect. Let me check it out really quick. Oh, ooh, that's a beautiful cover.
That cover is so sexy.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
But
Ooh, the details.
people are
There's
trying to
so
figure
many
out who that
details.
is though. So we don't know who that is.
Oh no.
But that cover is so
I need to
beautiful.
catch up. I need to catch up is what
You do,
that
you
means.
do, yes. Um, but yeah, I think that's it for this episode though.
Yeah, that
So
is
are we
it.
still doing every 2 weeks? Is that the game plan?
Yeah, that's the plan. Every 2 weeks.
All right. So
Hopefully we
everybody,
stick to it.
yeah, our goals is to upload every 2 weeks.
If it gets intense, it might be every week.
Yeah, yeah, depending on how it goes.
Like depends on the book. It depends on the book too.
Yeah, we might have to do like a little mini
Mini episode here and
episode
there.
here and there, just depending on like what book. Probably definitely going to have to when Iron Flame comes out. Most likely,
Yes.
that's definitely probably gonna be a thing for Iron Flame. But that's it. Mel, do the outro.
It was nice. Bye bye. Adios.
Y'all have a good day.
All right. Have a good one. Peace.